Hello everyone, I'm Troublesome Trucks and welcome to a new Crash City requested episode. Up today we have episode 192 I believe, and we have a request from Lisa Excellent, and they requested 4 teams with 2 engines on each team. So let's meet the contestants. We got Team Tank Engines with Thomas and Arthur, Team Squareface with Diesel and Scruff, Team Twins with Donald and Bill, and Team Small Engines with Percy and Mike. It'll be the best out of 7 rounds. May the best team win. Make your guesses to who you think will win in the comments below, and let's get started. Alright, and we're starting round 1. We have Diesel going first. Hopefully we can be able to keep track of the teams. There's kind of bit of a mixed match, but we'll see how it goes. But we got Percy now heading out. Donald hit the back of Diesel, but everyone's still okay. Thomas is now on his way out. We got Bill. Percy's pushing at Donald. Thomas tries to take out Percy, but ends up eliminating himself. That didn't work out too good. Diesel eliminates Arthur. Donald and Percy will take out Diesel. Scruff, Bill, and Mike are stuck on the cross-track. Donald and Percy crash into the side of Mike. And we got a jam up. There's 5 engines still on the track, but none of them are moving. They're all stuck. It looks like Mike might be tipping over. Donald's kind of steering off the rails. I think we might just have to call it here. I'm not quite sure if anything else is going to happen. But Percy and Donald were the last ones moving, and Percy is behind Donald. So I think Percy was the last one going. So I guess we'll have to give it to Percy's team, because looks like they're all stuck and it doesn't look like they're moving. So final call, 3, 2, 1, and we're going to give it to Percy and Mike, and they are Team Small Engines, so they get the first point. Not quite a very decisive round, but at the start, we'll see how things go from here. Round 2 is up next. Alright, round 2 begins with Percy after he took the previous round for his team. And we got Scruff, Donald, now Thomas, there goes Mike. Thomas just barely missed Scruff there. That was a close call. Donald's going after Mike, but just missed. They're all kind of going in and out of each other. Thomas takes down Diesel, but also falls down himself. Arthur's the last one out. Mike barrels into Donald. Donald is over. Mike goes down. Percy eliminates Bill, but takes himself down as well. Seems to be a lot of engines taking other engines out, but then also falling over themselves, so doesn't really gain too much. But we only have 2 engines left, and that is Scruff and Arthur. That is Team Tank Engines and Team Squareface, and Scruff is now chasing after Arthur and pushing him around. Scruff usually isn't in too many of these competitions, but he's in the final 2 of this one, so good for Scruff. And he's pushing Arthur around. He might need to do a tiebreaker. We'll let them come back around and see if they fall off before making a decision. I feel like Scruff would push himself off by pushing Arthur so much. It looks like he's having a little bit of problems, but he's staying solid for the most part. It looks like he has a front wheel off. That's not good for Scruff. Oh, and Scruff goes down. Arthur's left going around. Arthur from the LMS is the last one going, and he's also on Team Tank Engines along with Thomas. So the Tank Engines now tie with the Small Engines, each on 1 point after round 2. So yeah, well done Arthur and the Tank Engines. Better luck next time, Scruff. Arthur takes this one on to the next battle. Alright, and the competition resumes as we head into round 3. Arthur this time going first. Then we got Bill. Here comes Mike. Scruff the Scruncher. Got Thomas. Scruff crashes into Arthur, but then slides past Bill. That was interesting. Thomas eliminates Mike. He's the first casualty of this round. First, he might be going for revenge on Thomas. Thomas goes out. Bill pushing Arthur too much and falls over. Black on black as Diesel eliminates Donald. We got 2 Squareface, a small engine, and a tank engine, and there goes one of the Squareface and small engines, Percy and Diesel. Now it's deja vu. We got Arthur and Scruff, and this time Scruff is once again pushing on Arthur. Let's see if he learned anything from last time and can stay on the tracks long enough to outlast him, but I'm a little bit worried for him. As Percy kind of blocked away, and that didn't do any favors for Scruff. Scruff is barely hanging on, and he goes down just after the point. Once again, Arthur is the last one going. Wow, two wins in a row for the tank engines, and all due to Arthur. Arthur is usually a pretty solid performer in these competitions, so it's not really no surprise, but that is another point. So 2 rounds in a row for the tank engines, and that puts them in the lead. Quite a couple points ahead of Squareface and Twins, but only 1 point ahead of Small Engines. So yeah, tank engines take the lead after round 3. Let's see what comes next. Alright, it's now time for round 4. Thomas is going first because Arthur won the last point, but Thomas hasn't gone first yet, so I thought I'd give him the chance to. So then we have Diesel and Bill. Arthur now might want to start focusing on him. It looks like Bill's trying to do that. We got Scruff heading out now, and Bill goes down. He's the first one out. Percy eliminates Diesel, blocking the crosstrack. Oh my goodness, we got a huge mess of engines. Oh my goodness. That was, oh my goodness. Wow, what a pile up. There's a bunch of stuff going on. Percy took out Diesel, and then I think they were like Diesel was going sideways, and Thomas crashed into them, and like Donald and Scruff and Arthur all got piled in, and Mike got derailed. What chaos that was, but it looks like Scruff managed to survive that one the best. He was the only one on the tracks, and he was just last one moving as well, so I think we're going to have to give that point to Scruff. After he lost 2 rounds against Arthur, he now finally redeems himself and gets a point on the board for Team Squareface. So Scruff and Diesel now on the board. Team Twins, the only one who doesn't have a point on the board. Tank Engines are still in the lead as we head into the second half of this competition. Alright, it's now round 5, and Scruff starts things off, followed by Bill. Percy giving chase. Arthur joins the fight. Close call between Percy and Scruff. Diesel's now heading out. And we got Donald, Mike. Can we have all the engines going at once? And Thomas. Oh, it looks like that's going so good so far. Okay, and just as I say that, Mike and Diesel go down. Scruff takes out Donald, but also himself. Thomas tries to get through, but now it blocks the cross-track, and Bill and Percy are on their way. Oh my goodness, once again, another huge mess. But it looks like Arthur is the only one who's still going. Managed to escape all that mayhem, and now he's gonna come to it and crashes into Thomas. Oh, and he actually makes his way through. Arthur once again getting the point for his team. Oh, and Percy fires back and derails Arthur. Fortunately, Arthur already gets the point. Too late, Percy. But Thomas did kind of help there. He did kind of block the track and derail 3 engines, so did help out some there. But Arthur was the last one going, and the tank engines continue to take the lead. 3 points to 1 point for Squareface. Small Engines 1 point, and the Twins still not yet on the board. There's only 2 rounds left, so there's going to have to be some bold decisions made. Otherwise, the tank engines will win. See what the other teams do in response. Alright, the penultimate round, round 6, and we're off. Arthur going first once again. Then we got Donald, Scruff, Mike, then Thomas. Mike crashes in the back of Arthur, no damage done. Now Thomas takes down Scruff. Scruff's the first one out. Mike crashes into the side of Bill. Bill goes down. Mike is again derailed. Thomas is eliminated by Diesel. Donald falls over. Mike is derailed. Arthur's still going, as well as Percy. Percy and Mike are on the same team, but Arthur is still going strong. And if he wins this, I think that might guarantee his win. But Mike is trying to get back on the track. Oh no, he derails Percy, his own teammate. That was not part of the plan, I'm sure. Friendly fire, I guess. Mike derailed, and Percy was trying to push him back on the track, but ended up pushing himself off. And who do we have left going but Arthur? And can he get Mike back or derail himself? And it looks like Mike's just wedged himself against the cross track, and Arthur can't go any further. So, once again, Arthur, the last one going. He has been doing really well. If this was a free-for-all, he'd be well in the lead, but it's a competition, so he's still winning, but just not in the same way. So the tank engines get their 4th point. Arthur's on a streak, and we only have 1 round left, so let's see if we can oh, Arthur just freed himself. So let's see if the tank engines will continue to dominate, or if one of the other teams can get the last point. Alright, let's see. We'll take the final point. Twins still don't have any points on the board, so it'd be nice to get them on there, but we'll see if they can manage to pull it off. Yeah, Thomas going first this time. Now, here comes the star of the show, Arthur. Bill just barely missed Thomas. Oh, Percy had a rough start, but looks like he recovered. Donald, everyone's still going. And finally, Scruff. Donald crashes into Arthur. Oh my goodness, Donald goes down. Arthur, Percy, and Mike as well. Diesel gets eliminated by Bill. We got Scruff, Thomas, and Bill left going. Bill's blocked by Donald. Arthur is causing some trouble for Scruff and Thomas. It looks, can they get past again? Oh, Scruff tips over. Bill manages to get free as Thomas pushes his way past. Wow, what is going on here? Oh my goodness, Thomas gets thrown off the track by Arthur, but Bill was also stuck on Donald. Oh my goodness, chaos all around. There's just engines thrown about all over the place. Thomas and Bill were the last ones going. Bill is more upright and on the tracks, but I don't think he was the last one moving. He got stuck on Donald, and then Thomas derailed on Arthur, so I think unfortunately for Bill, this one's going to have to go to Thomas. That was a very close call with, you had Bill almost had the point, but unfortunately this one is going to have to go to Thomas and the tank engines, so that will do it for this competition. So let's get them in the middle for a final recap and photo shoot. And the winners of this Crash City requested episode 192 will be the tank engines. That was Thomas and Arthur. They did really well today, considering there was 4 teams. They managed to take a majority of the points and finished with a grand total of 5 points. That is quite a lot for just when there's 4 teams. There's a lot more competition, but the tank engines completely dominated. The Squareface finished with 1, the Twins 0, and the small engines 1. So yeah, well done at Thomas and Arthur did really well. Squareface, Scruff, and Diesel. Scruff, despite only being in a few competitions, actually did really well, managed to face off with Arthur a couple times and almost had some more points for them. Then Percy and Mike managed to take the first round, and a couple close calls for the other ones, but only one, but they did get on the board. Fortunately, the same can't be said for Donald and Bill for the Twins. They just didn't quite have it in them today. Bill was pretty close on the last round, but alas, no points totaled up for them, so yeah. But yeah, well done again to Arthur and Thomas. Really good performance. So yeah, Arthur did a lot of the heavy lifting, but Thomas helped out where he could. So yeah, overall I think that was a pretty awesome Crash City episode. Lots of crashes and all that good stuff. So yeah, let me know what you thought of this episode down in the comments below. And for the rest of the week, we're going to do a different kind of video that I've only done a couple times on Tuesday. So that should be nice. And then another Crash City episode on Thursday, and probably usual short to finish out the week on Saturday. So that's the agenda for this week. So yeah, that will about do it for me for today. So once again, hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, this is Troublesome Trucks signing out. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.